Hello, everyone, and welcome to Teaching in Room 9.
So come on in, take a seat, and let's get started.
Great job. Now, go ahead and touch your throat right here and see how they feel.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Teaching in Room 9.
Falcons are built for speed, so she doesn't have very wide wings.
And the numbers get bigger as we go across to the right.
I just want you to start with saying hello. Remember, you got this.
All righty, are you ready to learn? Let's go! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Teaching in Room 9, the region's largest classroom. I am Dr. Sanders, and we are in this amazing classroom where you can go anywhere and be anything. As we get started, what do I always... You're right, it doesn't matter if you're 2 or 102. We will have some fun. F-U-N, fun. We will have some fun while learning. Before we get into our adventures, let's give some shout outs to some of my friends. My first name today is Allison. Hi, Allison. Let's spell Allison. A-L-L-I-S-O-N. A-L-L-I-S-O-N. My next name today is Kira. Hi, Kira. How are you doing today? Excellent. And what letter does Kira start with? K. You're right. It makes the sound k, k. Yes. Let's spell Kira. K-I-E-R-A. K-I-E-R-A. Hi, Kira. And my next name is Cody. Hello, Cody. How's your day going? Wonderful, wonderful. Cody. What letter does Cody start with? Oh, it sounds like a K, but no, it's a C. Yes. Let's spell Cody. C-O-D-Y. C-O-D-Y. Are you ready for another adventure in Teaching in Room 9? Ooh, I am too. So let's go.
Glenn, do you hear the bus? Are you ready to go to school? Yeah, I can see you're having trouble with that backpack. Can I help you? What is in the... Glenn! What is in your backpack? Oh my goodness. I think that you need to learn about the backpack pack-up strategy. We need to get your backpack organized for school. Would you like to learn about this strategy? I think Glenn needs it. The first step of the backpack pack-up strategy is to find the things that need to go to school. Things like folders, things like notebooks, things like pencils. Those are things that help us with learning at school. Other things like strings, these are toys, and maybe we leave them here. Oh, I have a math book. And your Gator Bites. We need those for your snack at school. Now that we know the items that need to go in our backpack, we're going to put them in, starting with the big items, and then we'll put the little items on top so they don't get squished. So I have a big folder. I'll put that in, and notebook that can go in. Oh, and here's your math book. That's important. And then I think we'll do your pencil case. And finally, oh, there are those Gator Bites so don't get squished. Let's see if we can zip it. We did it. We used the backpack pack-up strategy, and now we zipped our backpack. Now we have our backpack, and we're ready to get on the bus and go to school.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hello, boys and girls. You are right on time for math class with me, Mrs. Ray. And I'm so glad you're here because today's lesson is all about graphs. Now, what is a graph and why do we need to know about them anyway? Well, A graph helps us organize information we get when we work with numbers. Now, we can tell somebody what we found out, and we can try to show them all the information that went into it, but that might be just a little bit confusing. So we use graphs, so everything is nice, neat, and simple. Now, there are multiple graphs that you can choose from. Let's take a look at just a few examples together. Now, here you have a pie chart. Now, it does look like a pie, and you cut it up into the different pieces according to the numbers you are using. There are also bar graphs, and there are also line graphs, and there are also some things called pictographs where you only use pictures. Well, today, you and I are going to learn all about the pictograph. So, are you ready? Very good. Let's get started. Now, before we jump into all of our counting and things like that, let's take a look at the pictograph that I prepared for you. On the left of your graph, you are going to see the information that we are trying to find out about. Now, I talked with a lot of my friends here at Teaching in Room 9, and I asked them one question. What is your favorite day of the week? And I had each of them tell me what it was, but I didn't have them tell it to my ears. No. I had them write it down and put it in the bucket, and we are going to use this information to fill in our graph. Now, you will also notice that there's a lot of space after each day of the week. This is where we will put a picture to represent everybody's vote. Now, another very important thing you need to use on your pictograph is something called a key. A key tells other people how to read your work. You don't want them messing up what you spent all that time working on, do you? No. So we have a key right down here, and it says 1 smiley face equals 1 vote, okay? So keep that in mind. So now that we know all the parts of our pictograph, we can start putting the information on the graph. Here we go. Now, you and I are going to find out the results together. So you can already start making your guesses and figure out, which day do you think will be the most popular? Are you ready? Let's go in for vote number 1. Saturday. Somebody loves Saturday. So we are going to pick up 1 smiley face and put it on our graph. Now, the vote was for Saturday. Should I put this on Sunday? No. Should I put it on Wednesday? No. Where should I put it? On Saturday. Yes, very good. Here we go. 1 smiley face equals 1 vote. Let's see what's next. I'm excited. Thursday. Somebody really loves Thursday. It's their favorite day of the week. All right, I've got a smiley face, and it goes on Thursday. Friday. Friday has entered the group, boys and girls, so we need 1 smiley face for Friday. Now, we have some information on our graph, but not all. So let's take a look. So far, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are all tied with 0. Nobody has picked them yet. Now, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are all tied with 1 vote each. Let's keep going. Another Friday. So 1 smiley face for our friend Friday. Okay, let's go again. Thursday. Oh my goodness. Okay, Let's pick another smiley face. Now, it doesn't really matter what picture you choose. That's up to you. And it doesn't really matter about the color unless you're doing something that is color-coded, like fruits or even a favorite color, okay? All right, so what was this one? Let's check. We have 2 Fridays, 1, 2. We have 1 Saturday, 1. So we need to make sure we have 2 Thursdays. 1, 2. Very good. Excellent. Let's keep going. Oh, we're almost at the end. Let's see. Saturday. Let's add this one to Saturday. Oh my goodness. Are you excited? I don't know how this is going to end, so I'm as surprised as you are. We have Tuesday. All right, Tuesday finally got in the mix. Welcome, Tuesday. Okay. Sunday. Someone chose Sunday as their favorite day of the week. There we go. Oh goodness, boys and girls, the last 2 votes. Here we go. Sunday. Let's add that one. And the very last vote is for Friday. All right. Now that we have all of our information up on our board in our graph, we can get information from this graph. We can find out which day was the most popular day. Let's take a look and see which one has the most numbers. I see Friday has 3 whole votes. 1, 2, 3. I see Thursday and Saturday both have 2 votes. And I see Tuesday has 1 and Sunday has 2 as well. Poor Monday, poor Wednesday, no votes for them at all. Boys and girls, thank you so much for coming to spend time with me today. I'm so glad I got to see you, and I hope you come back again. Bye.
Everybody, I'm so glad you're here today at the St. Louis Zoo. My name's Barb. I'm going to show you around a little bit. We want to go over a couple little rules first. You all know how to behave when you're in somebody's home. Well, we are in these animals' homes today. And we want to make sure we respect that and keep our hands down to our sides and do a great job. I hope you're all with me. We're on our way to Sea Lion Sound to see some of the trainers do their jobs. We are here at the Sea Lion Arena. We're gonna go in and hopefully see some sea lions. Okay, everybody, this is Katie. This is one of the sea lion trainers, and she's gonna explain a lot of things about these sea lions and what they're doing up here. We all need to sit on the bottoms and listen.
Hi, Anna. Hi, Mandy. Why don't you all come on out here? Get a little bit closer to our friends. All right, so joining us this morning, we have Anna, your fantastic sea lion trainer, and the sea lion joining her is a 12-year-old female sea lion named Mandy. Say hi, Mandy. Now, there are some very specific things that make Mandy here a sea lion. first off is those very large and very powerful front flippers. Mandy can use these front flippers to support all of her body weight. Check this out. Yep. Good, there you go, pretty cool. While she is out here in front of you all, you also may notice that Mandy's hind flippers are rotated underneath her body. This allows her to walk around on all 4 flippers and does allow sea lions to be very agile, or makes it easier for them to move around both on land as well as in the water. Now back to those large front flippers real quickly. They help Mandy not only walk around on land, they are also very important for her when she's swimming. They help her out a whole lot. In fact, sea lions can reach top swimming speeds of around 20 to 25 miles per hour in short bursts. They also allow Mandy to leap out of the water, reaching heights of about 10 to 12 feet. But there is one very important thing that Mandy is also here to teach you all about this morning, and that is how important it is to recycle. Plastic litter can be very harmful to animals like sea lions, like our friend Mandy here, or harbor seals, and all of the animals that live in the world's oceans. That's because these plastics don't break down very easily. So if they do get out into their ocean environment, they are going to stay there for a really long time. We don't want that at all. So Mandy is going to show you something very simple you all could do to help out not only seals and sea lions like our friends here at the zoo, but animals all over the world. And that is recycling. So what we would like to encourage you all to do is to follow Mandy's excellent example. If you see any plastic litter laying around in the lakes or streams around your house, or even out in the streets, we want you to pick it up and recycle. Recycling is truly so simple that even a sea lion can do it, and that is something to get excited about. We hope you enjoyed your time with us here at Sea Lion Sound. Enjoy the rest of your day at the zoo.
Hello, and welcome to the Teaching in Room 9 art classroom. My name is Miss Lane. Are you ready to make something cool? Today, we're going to take tissue paper to make a glass window at home. Isn't this cool? All right, let's get started. First things first, we're going to need something to put our tissue paper on. Now, I put some wax paper onto a paper plate that I cut a hole in. This is optional. It adds a little structure, but you can definitely just use a plain sheet of wax paper. But I'm going to stick with this guy. All right, so we want to put it on the back. So I'm going to flip it over and place it down, just like this. Now we do need white glue to adhere our tissue paper scraps to the back. So I've taken different colors of tissue paper and torn them up into just whatever shapes. All right, and now we're ready to get started. Now I'm going to take white glue and first things first, coat the back with just like a little bit of white glue. You can always add more. You don't need a lot. So just take your time and add it little by little. And then we're gonna pick our first piece. I'm gonna go with this red. All right, once it's down, we're gonna add another layer of glue to the back, kind of like a glue sandwich. Please don't eat a glue sandwich. All right. There we go. We just wanna coat the back. We don't wanna put too much, otherwise it'll ball up and get really gummy. Okay, our next color, I'm gonna do blue. So I'm gonna take my brush, add more white glue to the back here. Beautiful. Add this on top, and then another glue sandwich. All right. Just dabbing it on. All right, let's see. Next, what color should I do? How about green? I'm gonna grab one of these green guys here. There we go. Layer that on. Now you'll notice that a couple of these colors are overlapping. Red and blue are overlapping. What color do you think red and blue make? No, not orange. Not black, although maybe. That's right, purple. Blue and red make purple, and sometimes brown if you add a lot of blue. All right, We got one more section here, and I'm gonna add orange. All right, and then one more glue sandwich. And yeah, looking good. I'll do a little bit more orange. Okay, and while that's setting aside to dry, let me show you the magic of the finished product. So we've got our stained glass window, and when we add some light to the back, look at that. Isn't that cool? Doesn't it look exactly like stained glass? I hope you had fun making this with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Welcome back. Now it's time for some fun facts about Britney the Tegu.
Yep, Britney is a black and white Argentine Tegu, and they are exceptional burrowers, meaning they dig some holes. Look how strong those legs are. See how thick and meaty they are? Which leads to another fun fact. In Argentina, they eat these regularly, just like chicken. Chicken of the trees.
Oh, I don't want them touching my Britney. That's just not a good idea.
So Britney is an omnivore, meaning she'll eat just about anything she can, but early in life, they start out as insectivores and they eat a lot of proteins. And then later in life, they love their fruits and vegetables. As a matter of fact, adult tegus are known for dispersing different types of seeds.
Oh, fruits and vegetables. Boys and girls, make sure you eat your fruits and vegetables. And thank you so much for the fun facts. It's time for some more learning. See you in a bit.
Hola, muchachos. I'm Senor Johnson. It's time for us to learn Spanish. Come on aboard. Today, we're going to talk about clothing. Every day when we get up, we put on clothes. But how do you say clothes in Spanish? The Spanish word for clothes is ropa. Ropa. When we first think of things we need to put on shorts. The word for shorts in Spanish is pantalones cortos. Pantalones cortos. Or you can just say cortos. If you really want to be lazy, say shorts. That's what I say. I say shorts. Next, we would need to put on a shirt. The word for shirt in Spanish is camisa. Camisa. This is a camisa. I'm wearing a camisa. Are you wearing a camisa? I hope so. And we got to cover our feet. We wear medias. Look at these bright, colorful medias. Do you have on medias? I do. And here's a fun thing to fill it all out. These are shoes, or in Spanish, they are called zapatos. Can you say zapatos? Zapatos is spelled with a Z, but it's pronounced zapatos. It's really a fun word to say. I'm wearing zapatos. Are you wearing zapatos? So let's review. Pantalones cortos. Pantalones cortos. Camisa. Camisa. Medias. These are medias. See how long they are? And last but not least, look at this beautiful colored zapato. Zapato. Think about what you need to put on, but think about the words in Spanish. Adios, ram pam pam pam. Learning Spanish is fun.
Great day, everybody. This is Candace with Chaos, and I want to talk to you about my friend Kyra. Kyra is a chaos kid, and she's absolutely amazing. But sometimes Kyra says bad things to herself about her. And, you know, she has to learn that you have to say 2 positive things for every negative thing that you can say, because it knocks it out. And so I want you to know, just like with Kyra, you are absolutely amazing. So every time you think of something negative, give yourself something positive. You got this. Air hugs and cyber kisses.
Welcome back. Did you have an amazing adventure today? Okay. Oh, yeah, you know, tell me your favorite part of the adventure today. Cool, cool. Oh, I like that one as well. You know what? What it's time for? That's right, it's time for my little lesson. I love these lessons. Today, you know what we're going to do? We're going to mix some colors. But first, you got to tell me, what colors do I have? Oh, I'm sorry. Before we talk about colors, and I have some paint, you should always, that's right, cover your table. Make sure you don't make a mess so your grown-up doesn't get mad, or your teacher. All right, so let's take a look at my palette. Can you tell me, what colors do we have here? Blue, red, and yellow. You are right. We're going to mix some colors. First, let's see what happens when we mix two different colors. Let's see. I'm going to choose the color blue. Let's put a little blue on my palette, my mixing palette. All right. I can put my paintbrush right there on the table. Yes, and then I am going to mix with a little yellow. What do you think is going to happen? Let's see. Let's put a little bit more yellow. You see it? It's turning what? Yes, it's turning a little green. Now, if I mix it correctly, it would be all the way green. All right, what I want you to do is try mixing some colors and see what colors you get. Okay. But it is time for us to get out of room 9. But before we go, let's spell our favorite word, 9. N-I-N-E. 9. Thank you for being in room 9. Bye-bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is supported in part by Know who to reach out to when you need help. There is hope. Call or text 988.